We are, speaking of Morgan Stanley, hearing that they're shifting more than 200 technology developers out of mainland China after we saw, of course, back in 2021, two new significant national security and data laws tightening access to troves of data stored onshore. According to people familiar with the matter, we're hearing that these 200 technologists will be moved out of China on these data law concerns. That shift impacts about a third of tech developers, according to our sources, and the bank is really overhauling its data strategy after that tightening of access by China. That law went into effect back in September 2021, and it really has major implications for decisions involving data security that will be made by central national security officials, really part of the broader tightening of control over the hoard of information by Xi Jinping's administration, by the nation's tech companies, but also, of course, affecting multinationals and foreign banks as well. As I mentioned, the employees are about a third of Morgan Stanley's tech employees on the mainland. They're primarily being moved to Hong Kong and Singapore, and most of the relocation has actually been completed. The remaining staff on the mainland have started to build a standalone China system to comply with local regulations. This is really among the most significant that we've seen from a Wall Street bank. And Adam Haigh here with more details on this. What do we make of this? I mean, the relocation apparently has mostly been completed. Is this just the start of the beginning of what we'll continue to see, given the regulatory and legal landscape?
And of course, Heidi, not just for finance, right, but across the whole breadth of companies that are involved in the kind of where data is so central to the way that the firm operates. But clearly in finance, we're going to have to see more of this, aren't we? And just another indication of how companies are having to change, quite significantly and meaningfully, not just the way they organize their businesses, but the way they position and where they position staff. So as you said, in this instance with Morgan Stanley, we understand that most of this has already happened. And that means that, of course, Singapore and Hong Kong are a beneficiary here. So you do get that natural flow of the human talent back into those other financial centers. But of course, Morgan Stanley has spent many years building out this business and the headcount in China. So it's clearly a big move for them to have to go through this. And as you said, kind of almost unprecedented from a Wall Street bank, a move of this size, the magnitude that we're seeing here, and the number of people, more than 200. It's clearly a very significant development for Morgan Stanley. But for the broader finance space, and as I said, for companies across the board that are having to adjust to this new landscape.